you know, confusion in my voice tonight. We've just had a few things going on, and just trying to get stuff sorted. Okay. All right. Now, bans. Jackal is going to get banned first. That's by the blue team. That is Alpenfestung. They do not want the hassle of the top roam hunter in the game trying to track them down as they roam around the map. Now, they are starting on defense. Synq, well, they chose to start on defense. Synq are going to be starting on attack. And given the fact that Synq have chosen to start on attack when it gets to overtime as well, that suggests that Synq are very, very comfortable on the attacking side. So that may or may not go well for Alpenfestung. We do see Synq taking Hibana out of play, which is becoming very, very common on Clubhouse, as is Mira. No one ever wants to go up against Mira on Clubhouse. I think she's only really useful in gym and bedroom. She can be useful downstairs in church, but gym and bedroom is her main area. So it's interesting that Mira gets banned, because I don't think she's as flexible on this map as so many other operators. I think there are probably better choices for defense. Mozzie getting taken out of play isn't a bad pick. Loads of intel, great gun, great utility. Makes sense to get rid of a Mozzie. A lot of people play him, especially on Synq, which means it's interesting. No, it wasn't Synq that banned them. Sorry, it was Alpenfestung that has banned Mozzie. So I don't know if Alpenfestung have been VOD reviewing Synq and have said, hey, that Logic guy or that Zach guy, they play a lot of Mozzie, let's ban them. So I don't know. Zach in the stream. Do leave the stream, Zach, if you're still there. Players should not be in the stream while the game is underway. Huggin is going to 6-pick the Valkyrie and go onto Vigil as we go downstairs to Church and Arsenal for round number 1. Let's see what is going to happen in this one. Attackers need to locate and how this is going to play out. Now, Huggin and Jaeger are going to make their way upstairs. I'm guessing that Huggin's going to be getting hatches. He is indeed going for the hatches. Here we go. Tarkin going to be reinforcing Church. And Schecter making rotates down here in between the two sites. Tarkin reinforcing this wall. Now that's an interesting choice. It's not often that that wall gets reinforced. Normally it's opened. And I personally find that to be sometimes as much of a bother as it is a positive, because once you get this hatch open, you can just look down and shoot people that appear in that doorway. So to reinforce that wall, I think, isn't necessarily a bad choice. Now, Huggin is going to be sitting here in kitchen. He's going to go for a little spawn peek. A lot of players bounce up onto that roof to get an early couple of shots through to the top. But it's not going to happen here, as Huggin almost gets taken down by the player that comes around here. That's going to be NerdSync, but he didn't look at the window. Instead, he goes straight onto cams, and therefore Huggin makes his way away safely. As does NerdSync, to be fair. NerdSync got away with it there. NerdSync got away with it. Okay, so Huggin playing upstairs. Big roam game coming out from him with Tarkin playing downstairs in blue. Perfectly accepted. Accepted. Perfectly expected. Now, normally you'd have a Jaeger down there on blue, but instead Jaeger is going to be playing here in a Church, playing up on this wall. Now, they do have the wall open on the far left side. But I'm not quite sure how useful that's going to be. Now, Logic Synq does claim the first frag of the game, and that is going to be Zyko taken out of play. That is the roam, but that has stopped, you know, the attackers for 1 minute 10 seconds. Pre-fires go out through the wall in cash, but the player does move out. We've got Tarkin up there as well to support his teammate Huggin, and these two players are going to be here just playing to waste time. The question is there a drone game on these two operators? As that Saria gate does get taken down. Here comes the drone into cash to try to find what's going on. It knows probably there's a player there. Rooney does open fire, but doesn't get the pick. Tarkin takes just as much damage as Zach Synq does. but Zach has taken a tiny bit more. And there we go. Tarkan does get that kill onto Zach. Is he going to get the second? No, he's not. He's going to take a whole load of damage and is going to retreat. Going to take down that one drone. A player is following that drone to try to get that frag. It's not going to be Nerd Synq. It's not going to be Logic. It's not going to be Visor. It is Kicks, holding and waiting for Tarkan to show himself. But Tarkan is not ready to just yet. 4 versus 4. Advantage has to go to Synq right now just due to health, but Logic is going to take Huggin out and play just after Huggin takes down Nerd Synq. That's Thatcher off of the board as Visor playing upstairs above this hatch. Doesn't have the utility to take this rear gate out. He's going to have to use a drone on it if he wants to get through there. Tarkan back downstairs on site with his teammates along with Schecter and Dirt. Mad King under the hatch as he gets Maverick. Opens fire just a fraction of a moment too late. As Mad King makes his way back to that hole on the wall of church, opening fire onto the players downstairs on the main staircase. Time is low. Mad King takes down Visor, and as KickSync is going to drop into the gas grenade, he doesn't see the 2 players through the smoke though. And Alpenfestung come off better. Nicely done. And Alpenfestung in round number 1 showing that they are not to be counted out the way that the predictors think they are to be counted out. So round 1 does go to Alpenfestung. Well done to the lads there. CCTV and Cash is going to be the next site to get played. Wait. Oh, it's Cobra saying that I hate people. That I hate Foxy. No. Right. So, round number 2. Riding the wave of success from round number 1. We are going to see Alpenfestung heading upstairs to CCTV and Cash. Typically, most teams' primary site, but not today for Alpenfestung. They favor Church and Arsenal as their primary, and they are going to go to CCTV as their secondary. Huggin is going to pre-place those bandit batteries. And then just run off, leave them, and help his teammate to reinforce downstairs. That's Huggin and Mad King, as Zyko's going to be running down here, taking out that bothersome radio. Let's see where the drones are being set up here from attack. We've got one here in bedroom hallway. Visor has lost a drone already. Nerd Synq just prepped at stocks, and a nice little drone placed up there from Zach on the pipes. Oh, I hate how slow it is to move around the map with third person sometimes. Okay, so we can't see that drone in third person view just because of the way that works. Tarkan downstairs getting into a bit of a gunfight with the players out here. We've got one rappelling upside down. Tarkan's gonna have to be careful of that. I'm guessing that's the Thatcher. No, it's not. It's not Thatcher. Looked like it was Logic Synq, as a drone is gonna go out and Thatcher will be used to open up that wall. No, he's not. Maverick is actually gonna open up the bottom of it so that the first bandit battery can be taken out of play. Nerd Synq holding that standard angle, looking through the hole created by Maverick. Is he going to get the kill here? Does he see the head? I don't think he sees the head, but I don't think the head sees him as well. Nerd Synq's going to see him now, though. Oh, nobody's behind the wall. He's actually perfectly safe. Nicely done. Schecter holding back, keeping things nice and calm, just waiting for that wall to get opened. Get opened it does, and Huggin is going to have to be very, very careful here. He's got one player on that doorway outside. He's going to stay here in the corner, trying to be safe from the view of that breach. And I think he is just about safe, but there's no player up there at the moment. Anyway, Logic Synq going on to cams to try to find the intel. Knows that there's a shield there. Knows there's probably a player behind it. Zyko downstairs, waiting for the plant denial. Huggin still holding tightly onto the catwalk as Tarkan just waiting for someone to rappel on this window so that he can get the free pick. He's not going to go for the jump out. He has to hit that window one more time before he can jump out. Zach very low on health right now. Just checking cams, giving those pings to his teammates as Nerd Synq takes a load of damage from Huggin, it looks like. Nerd in the bottom of garage. He is pinned down here underneath the Bandit. Bandit has no C4. No utility to use on Nerd Synq. He's going to have to rely on his gun. Little melee there onto the wall does show Nursing that someone's just behind him. Zyko pre-firing, and he's going to keep Nursing very, very busy as Visor moves in and takes down Huggin and Tarkin, making his way up that staircase. Takes down the Lucy Banshee, getting closer and closer to sight. It's another one on Alpenfestung Falls. Mad King and Schecter are the last two players left standing in a 2 versus 5. Zach very low on health, and I feel like this should realistically be a sync round. See, Plant is starting going down, but there are no C4s to deny it. We're going to get a drop from Mad King, who's going to go for that late rotate, but there is a player laid outside. That Zach Sync who moves away just at the wrong time, and Mad King makes it past, but he's got a 1 versus 5 clutch that he's going to have to win here if he wants to win this round. I'm going to call that this is going to be a sync round. I cannot see it going any other way, in all honesty. They know it's going up the stairs. He looks the wrong way. Logic is there. He gets the kill. And that's his round. Bear with me for a second, stream. CCTV and Cash is going to get played again, as Kix is going to 6-pick the Monty and go on to Maverick. We're going to have Zyko coming off of the Echo, switching on to Frost. I do love to see Frost plays. Hey, Volan, thank you very much for the follow and for your first time chat. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. So, Schecter opening up the default holes. Tarkin putting up his utility. What's he trying to do over here? He's got nothing. Oh, he's trying to put the bulletproof cam up. Of course, he's got the cam. He hasn't got the barbed wire. Mad King just running around, reinforcing walls in Cash. Zyko putting down the frost mats. Now we see a frost mat placed here. And last week I said, hey, that frost mat isn't going to do anything. But it did actually do something. It did down a player. And they got the kill off of it. So I think it was actually Hayden's frost mat. So don't count this frost mat out. It's actually not as daft as it can look. Not as daft as it can look. All right, 5 versus 5 as we are 20 seconds into the round. Top of the wall is getting Mavericked, and the EMPs are going out here as well. That's going to take down the 2 bandit batteries. It's going to leave the Saria gate up. Kicksync turns around looking like, hey, I was working on this. You don't need to use the EMPs. Now, Maverick Trick is successful. Logic is going to open that up with his breaching round. There we go. That is open, but the Saria gate is still up. So that's going to slow down the attack a little bit. Red pings go out onto Huggin, bouncing around up there on the catwalk as Tarkin, playing downstairs in lounge, is going to get drone, but he is going to try and take it out, and he's not going to hit the shots. Hibana has done, not Hibana, sorry, Ace has done what Ace does and opened up a cheeky little hole in the top of the garage wall that allows you the line of sight onto the window into the site. Mad King does get taken down by a beautiful grenade from Kicksync. We just saw the white indicator, and then suddenly death. Tarkin, I don't think they know Tarkin's here, but oh, maybe they do as Nursing just comes around and pops him. And that is Tarkin out of play. Zyko up top, just pre-firing through the construction window, not finding any targets. Huggin still holding on to catwalk for dear life. He needs to be careful where he exposed himself. Gas grenade is going to go out to slow down a push through that breach. As the gas grenade goes off, the 2 players hold back. Synq takes down Zyko, but Nerd does get dropped. Bison's going to claim a life because he takes a whole load of damage. Kicksyn's going to pull full to Schecter, leaving him in a 1 versus 4 now. He's got 2 gas grenades left. He can slow down a push through the balcony, but the players are already in. As Synq comes up the east stairs and gets that kill, puts another one on the wing column for his team. And that is 2-1 to Synq right now. 2-1 in favor of Synq. All right. Church and Arsenal has become unlocked for the defensive team, so they are going to go back there. Let's take a look at these two teams' win records. Now, last week we had Synq taking the win, Alpenfestung taking the loss. Now, it is supposed to be like for like or similar win records going up against each other because we have an odd number of games each week. That means that there's always going to be a slight disparity there. So a winner from last week had to play a loser from this week. And it was these two teams that drew that straw. Whereas tomorrow night we would have a loser versus loser team, which would be Legacy versus Runic. But with the Runic disband, tomorrow night's game is cancelled, which is why it's crossed out on the schedule. And then on Friday we have two winners playing against each other, and that is going to be Dispatched versus another team. I forgot who it was. Sobs. Both of them having won their games. Now, Drone's getting chased here by Valkyrie. He's going to push out. He's going to get this drone. That drone is not going to live for too much longer. We'll see it disappear from Visen's count any second now. There we go. He has lost one drone. Huggin upstairs on the video, trying to take this drone out of play, but he's not hitting it. All right, he gets it at last. Well played to Huggin. He does manage to take it down. We get players, one player at least, pushing over from the strip club side. That's a second drone taken out of play by Huggin. 7 drones left on the board for Synq, with Tarkan down below on the first floor, watching, waiting for something to happen. Tarkan plays on crazy high sensitivity. I admire players that can play on that sensitivity. Huggin gonna be roaming around here in CCTV. He opens fire onto the window, opens fire through the wall, but he doesn't manage to hit the shots. Zach and Logic do take those kills, and that leaves us in a 2 versus 5 in favor of Synq now.
Setting a sequential breach.
Vizon up above does manage to take down Schecter, and he now has control of site. Does have diffuser. He can go for the plant. They don't know where Mad King is, but they do now as he takes down one. But it's not enough. It's an impactless frag. As a player manages to come down that main staircase and get that kill. So yeah, Synq storming ahead right now, 3-1. Similar story to what we saw with Apollo last night, where Apollo didn't win the first round, but they did win the second round. But that was all they won. Let's see if Alpenfestung can do a little bit more against Synq and get more than one round on the board. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see Alpenfestung take a win. Not because I've got anything against Synq, but because I do like to see underdog stories. And Alpenfestung came into here. Not many people knew who they are. They're turning up. They're playing the game. And we want to see upsets. We want to see upsets. We like upsets. We get bored when the same people win too much, right? And Synq have won 2 seasons already. And people want to see someone else taking those wins. So let's see what's going to happen. Zyko is going to be reinforcing dirt. Mad King reinforcing church. Huggin reinforcing hatches. Tarkan helping his man Mad King with the church. And Schecter making rotates. Kicks droning upstairs. Vizon just teasing the player in kitchen as he sends his drone outside. That's mute. That drone isn't going to go any further. Logic setting up with the flank cams in warehouse. Nerd Synq setting up with the flank cams in gym and bedroom. And Zach Synq setting up with the flank cams in cache. So 3 drones up on the top floor as soon as the round even starts. So, and that is how these top... What are you doing, Zach? That is how these top teams do it. They leave these drones in places where they can easily clear one floor as soon as things start to save themselves some time in the actual round itself. And here we go. That means the top floor is pretty much cleared already, and Synq will be able to move in and start to make their way downstairs without worrying about anyone collapsing on them from the second floor. Synq droning, knows it's safe up there, gonna make his way in. Logic already here at the top of the bedroom stairs. Vizon just running around. Hey, thank you very much for the follow, however you pronounce that name. I don't know how you pronounce it, but thank you. Vizon going to put down his Selma onto the hatch. And it is going to be successful as it opens up one part of the hatch. Frag grenade, or impact grenade rather, is going to go up from Huggin, but it isn't going to do any damage because that player, Bison, has already backed out. Nursing takes down one, 4 versus 5. As Nerdsync still watching those flank cams. ZachSync still droning upstairs for Logic, who's starting to push his way down this central staircase where Kix already is. Default cameras getting taken out of players. Drones go out all over the place. KickSync looks like he's getting ready to Maverick trick this hatch, but we have a player over... I went the wrong way. A player over here in Garage along with Zyko. We've got Zyko and Mad King waiting for some flanks. As Logic is going to push his way through. He's going to spot Zyko playing over there at the top of blue, or Secret as it's called. Zyko does pull back. Mad King is in play here. They don't know that he is there, and he's going to put his utility on and move his way out. But there is no one there at this point. He's going to back out and join his man Zyko. Heading down blue as Zyko's going to follow him, turtling up back onto site for the last minute of play here. 2 players making their way down the main stairs, and that default wall of church is going to get opened up. They're going to find that there's a mute playing right behind there as he peeks onto Moto. But of course, the drone called that out to Logic already. Mad King is going to take down one. Gas grenade goes out, and that's going to down Logic, but it isn't going to finish him off. 3 versus 3, essentially, unless Logic can get revived. KickSync is going to come in and go for it, but KickSync's going to fall at the hands of Mad King. Logic does get revived, though. Nerdsync pre-firing through all the typical spots in the wall. Gas grenade goes out, but it's a little bit too far, and Nerdsync is able to just move in. He doesn't know there's no one behind Black Box. He has control of sight as Zach jumps in through the breach, and they now have complete site control. They need to pick up that diffuser and get that plant down, or get the frags. 2 players left on each team. Logic is starting to plant. Is it going to get denied as Logic is the last man left standing? They don't know where the plant's going down. Logic comes round, and he is denied straight after the plant. Schecter gets that last kill into Logic, and he's going to have the honor of disabling that diffuser. And Alpenfestung managed to put one on the board. Well played to them. That was a great waste of time of Synq, and then a great fall back to site and just holding it together in those dying moments. The 2 rounds that Alpenfestung have won, I would say, have been very time favored in their direction. Very time favored indeed. Both of the rounds that Alpenfestung have won have come to the point where just a few seconds longer and time would have run out for Synq anyway. So a couple of time management issues there for Synq, but not to take it away from Alpenfestung. They played their part in that time waste. That's for sure. So 3-2 as we go into the last round of the first half. And MYR, you'll notice I put my overlay up today. Yeah, I channeled your fastidiousness. Is that the word? I don't know if that's the word. I don't think that's the word. But I channeled it and I managed to get that up there. Now, if you're new to the stream and wondering what the 2 numbers are next to the team logos, they are the current live standing positions as they are laid out on tournament.com. If you want the link to our tournament.com standings and matches and schedule, etc., then you can get it by joining the Discord server. I think if you type !Discord, it will give you a link. Or !social. One of those does it. One of those does it. Lion Use, thank you very much for the follow. Very much appreciated. Now, as we start the attack phase, or the action phase rather, standard reinforcements on the walls, signal jammer there to stop the drones from coming through. Standard holes being opened up at the bottom of the wall. We've got no castle barricade on gym window, which is interesting. Often you put one there, and also on this door. We do have 4 in the pocket. Second one is going to go up on this doorway. That leaves Mad King with 1 more. Where's his... Okay, there's the 3rd. Just want to see where his 4th is going to go. He's forgotten he's got a 4th. He's forgotten. All right, so... we have a good setup here in cache. It's very standard. We've got 2 ADSs that will be able to stop any grenades from coming over through the top when that gets opened by Logic or Maverick or whoever decides they're going to open this up. KickSync is going to come through, possibly up that staircase. He's cooking up that grenade to take out any utility. And there you go. Just like that. That's the ADSs out. Nerdsync is there like, yeah. Signal jammer's gone, ADSs are gone, we're all good, boys. KickSync is going to start opening up holes. Tarkin's going to back out just in time as the gunfire from Logic is going to come through that hole opened up by Mr. Kix. Oh, if Logic came up a little bit higher, he would have seen the head there, I think. But already, Synq are taking steady control of Cash. Logic just pushes his way in boldly. He doesn't care, but Zach is going to get the frag onto Tarkin through the construction window. One player in the gym bedroom doorway there, just holding that angle onto Logic, but he does get taken down by Zach. Huggin is out of play, leaving Zyko, Mad King, and Schecter in a 3 versus 5, and it's a big push coming in through construction here, and this is what the boys and girls from Alpenfestung need to watch out for, but Zach is going to get that triple kill as Logic does get downed. 2 versus 5, but a 2 versus 4 with one of Synq being down. Zach gets that quad kill. Let's see if he's going to get the ace. No, he's not. NerdSync is going to steal it away from him. And round number 6 goes to Synq. So a very aggressive and forceful play there coming out from Synq. They wasted no time, pulled no punches. They got straight in and did what they needed to do. Now, the sides are going to switch. Church and Arsenal is going to be the first site being played by Synq, just like it was for Alpenfestung. Let's see how this one's going to play out. Alpenfestung are putting up a decent fight here. They're putting up a decent fight. I don't think it's going as easily as some people thought it would do. So I'm pleased to see this. I'm pleased to see this. Do they have what it takes on attack? That is the question. Zyko's going to play the role of Monty, which could be a game changer here for them. As we look at the stats from last week, we can actually see that Alpenfestung didn't win any of the attack rounds. They played 3 attack rounds and didn't win any of them. They actually did better on defense against Dispatched. Let's see what they can do against Synq here as they go on to attack. Hopefully for them, they can do better on attack this week than they did last week on Cafe. And that Monty could make all the difference. But already we've lost 2 drones. No, 1 drone. Wait, why does it say there's 7 drones in play, but there's only 2 drones lost? Oh, because Twitch is in play, of course. She's only got 1 drone. Yes. I need to remember this. I need to remember this. I think it's an interesting change, not just to give her an extra drone that she can use in prep phase, but to make it so that there's no longer a shock drone in prep phase to allow you to clear out any utility before the round even starts. I think that's an interesting choice. Now, Tarkin coming over here, over from Trash, gonna open up that doorway, and you cannot peek through that little gap anymore. I did not realize that. Looks like Tarkin didn't realize that either. Now, it looks like we are gonna get a push to dirt here as we already have a hole open. I'm guessing that's the hard breach round from Monty, as he is the one that's in and he only has 1 hard breach charge left, whereas before he had just the 1. Now the operators get 2. Now gas grenade is getting cooked up here. There we go. That's going to get tossed out, and that's going to force Psycho back even further, and he is on 60 HP as Bison is going to claim the life of 1. Little shock drone is going to make its way down the dirt tunnel and cause a bit of a nuisance here to the smoke, but it's a bit of a wasted utility as Zyko is now going to push forward. I expect another gas grenade to come out. There it is, but Zyko is just going to push on through it and hold right up here on this shield. Now, there isn't much that Smoke can do, and Huggin does manage to take him down with the F2. Great play from Alpenfestung there, stacking up onto that player. Oh, easy. Oh, no. Why am I so exposed? We almost saw Bison, Zach Synq rather. He almost lost his life, but fortunately for him, a player appeared in the doorway of blue, and that forced Zyko to have to not get his shield out. And we are going to see Zach drop Monty as he pushes his back up against the wall. We've got Ash pushing down that main staircase. Another one coming from dirt. Zach is going to pre-fire every possible angle. He takes down 2. He takes down 3. That's the double kill for Zach Synq. We've got another player on the hatch here. That is Schecter all on his own in the 1 versus 3. He's got a lot of work to do here, and Zach is hungry. Zach is going to make his way out. He wants this pick. He wants this 4K, and he's not going to get it as he does get shut down by Schecter. 1 minute left to go. It's not unwinnable, but it is very, very difficult. Schecter has hardly any HP left, and he's got kicks and logic to go up against here. Free fires from Schecter all over the place, just not hitting the targets. Slow shots, not hitting anything. Jaeger's over to the right. Position given away. And he's just going to back up and play behind the bomb. We've got little teases coming out here from Synq. Just wasting time. And as Schechter pushes through, he's going to get taken out of play by Kicks. Good strong round there coming out from Synq as they take their first round on defense. We need to see Alpenfestung stepping up a little bit, not losing players quite so early on as they did do just there. That Monty death was a little bit unfortunate. That really shouldn't have happened, but happen it did. And then Zach just doing what Zach does downstairs there, getting that triple kill, and Kicks finishing it off, laying in an impossible to predict position unless you have a drone on it. But obviously, Alpenfestung did not have a drone in play there. Gym and Bedroom is going to be the next site to get played. Zyko's going to stick with that Monty, as we are going to see Kicks 6 picking the dock and going on to Maestro.
Attackers need to locate
Now, Gym and Bedroom. Let's see what kind of setup we get from Synq here as they go to their secondary sites of Gym and Bedroom, deciding not to go to cache just yet, to CCTV in cache. Now we have no mirror in play, so mirror isn't going to come out and be put on here, which is the standard play. We have no Jackal, which is why the roam game is being played quite heavily tonight, it feels. But it isn't being hugely successful. Alpenfestung had two good roam games, and it did help them with the time issues for Synq in the first part. It's got to be said, though, that Synq aren't huge roamers. They do prefer to play a little bit more close to each other and on site. You'll occasionally get 1-2 roamers at most, but one is not unusual. But any more than that, it's pretty rare, pretty rare. You got players like Zach and Logic who can just go off and do whatever they want, really. I mean, to be fair, actually, all 5 of these players are perfectly capable of just running around the map and getting kills. Even Kicks. Even Kicks. He slowly opens up that wall, ready for impact tricking. Zach is going to be rotating between the site and the top of the stairs. Main CCTV wall is going to get opened up. Zach is going to just get out there and try to peek it. He sees the Monty, but the player out on the balcony is just a little bit too slow. Doesn't manage to get the frag. Schechter, though, playing on Ace, does manage to get that kill. He takes down Zach. That is one of the big defenders dropping. That's a big gun taken out of play. 12 and 5 right now. Synq is going to back out as Zyko is just going to push his way through. Red ping's going out. They know exactly where these defenders are. For some reason, Zyko pulling out his pistol and just walking up to that wall. I prefer the Monty to play a bit more intel. Oh no, team kill onto Huggin. That's going to hurt. That's Twitch. That's a lot of utility taken off the board. Little blind fire there coming out from Monty. He's going to try his luck on Maestro, but Maestro is going to force him to put that shield back up as Kicks takes down Schechter. Impact grenade is going to do a whole load of damage here to the Monty. Monty needs to be very, very careful as Tarkin's going to get the double kill. Zyko taking a whole load of damage. Oh no! He looks up to the default cam when he should have been watching for the player running out. Zyko in a 1 versus 2 against Logic and Bison. He has very low health. Zyko possibly could do this, but Jaeger is going to push that shield down. And while the attention is turned to Jaeger, Whamai's going to come in and get that pick from the doorway. You know what? Alpenfestung were looking in good shape there. Bear with me for a second. Okay.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Now, let's see what happens here on CCTV and cache. Let's check out the setup that we're going to get. cheeky little proximity sensor going down there. That's going to sense for the default plant. We've got a Banshee up at the top of the staircase and another cheeky little sensor right there as anyone tries to push up the stairs. Magnets all over the place to protect the player that's going to be playing up here on Catwalk, and it looks like that probably is going to be Zach. Yeah, he's going to be playing up here on the Catwalk. Zyko sticking with that Monty. He's going to open up that door and start to push his way in. Zach looking for the feet. He's not going to find them. But Monty has to be very, very careful because those feet do keep on coming out. Zach's going to check that doorway just in case anyone is trying to capitalize on the distraction of Monty here. But at the moment, no one pushing it. Zyko is actually all on his own, and I'm not sure that's the wisest choice, as Tarkin's going to take down NerdSync. Banshee's going to slow him down. Wamai's going to come around and see here if he can do anything. But Tarkin is going to get that kill from down below. That is the double kill for Tarkin. 5 versus 3. Things looking good for Alpenfestung in this round as they take the lead. But KickSync takes down Huggin as Huggin goes for that proximity sensor. Kix makes his way up the main stairs and gets back into sight. Shield is dropped, and I'm not really sure about these plays from Zyko where he keeps dropping the shield. I'd prefer to see him just playing the intel, giving the pings and the calls to his teammates. There we go, shield drops and Kix claims his life. 3 versus 3, 2 versus 3 now. Mad King comes in and manages to claim the life of Logic. 2 versus 2, things looking a little bit better for Alpenfestung. They're managing to pull it back. Not sure they need to take out that Banshee at that point. He's already passed it. He didn't need to take it out. It's just wasting his time and taking his attention away from the players that are over on site waiting to get the pick. Sheks are moving in through the breach. He's going to get taken down by smoke as Vizon is just stood there waiting. Now, Mad King is in a 1 versus 2, but Kix is going to get the kill. And that's going to be a 7-2. A 7-2 to Synq.
Synq wins 7-2.
Okay,